Hello, hello. Welcome to Handelabra Live. I'm John, aka Migrant P, lead developer at Handelabra Games, and I am back with some more Spirit Island previews. It's been a little while. We've been looking at some other games that have been on sale and everything, but Spirit Island is back and with some more Nature Incarnate stuff. Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone, including for the people of Iran, who are, if you may have heard, if you haven't been under a rock, the US has been attacking the Islamic regime, not the people of Iran, but the corrupt dictatorship occupying Iran. And so, not sure if you've heard, but most Iranians are pretty happy about that. So, thinking about them and supporting them in their hopeful goal of regime change. So, looking forward to a free and democratic Iran coming soon. Yeah, so we're just all about being inclusive of people's freedoms and rights. And so, say hello in the chat if you are for those things. Hello, Pricey Provinces. And anyone else, feel free to say hi and ask questions. We are going to be showing a new spirit today that is part of Nature Incarnate. So, let's get into it. I popped up the new spirit here, Towering Roots of the Jungle. We're going to get into them. I think I'll go through the spirit when we get into the game. And we have Habsburg Monarchy. I haven't played them on stream very much lately, I think, so let's go with that and see how it goes. So this spirit is, once again, a spirit with Incarna. Get Habsburg set up here. Here we have starting in the jungle, and they're going into the wetlands to start. Let's change the background to be a little more Towering Roots of the Jungle-y, shall we? What are these cool vines? Sure. Roots, perhaps. So, the spirit, you can see, has an Incarna. Pretty cool. Let's have a look. So on the setup side, we start with 3 presents, 1 in a jungle without blight, 1 in a mountain, and 1 in the wetland, and our Incarna pops in as well. So we have basically 4 presents if you count the Incarna as presents, which you can. Yeah, thanks, non-antagonistic. Yeah, people are in harm's way, but sometimes that's what has to be. So they were already in more harm's way the way it was before. So yeah, this spirit is very good at protecting. As you can see in the special rule, you have an Incarna. Your powers get +1 range if Incarna is in the origin land. Invaders, Dahan, and beasts cannot be damaged or destroyed at your Incarna. The first time it's in a land with 3 or more vitality, which we're going to talk about in a second, it gets empowered. And if it's empowered, we skip build actions there. So right now, this town is invincible. It cannot be destroyed or damaged. And if any Dahan or other pieces are in there, beasts as well, they are invincible. We don't have any special visual effects just yet, but there will be special visual effects. So this preview is just going to be vanilla looking, so just so you know. So the spirit also introduces vitality tokens. So this little symbol here, we don't have any on the board yet, but we're going to get one in a second. Each vitality in a land with no blight prevents 1 blight from being added and is then removed. So basically it's a way to block blight as long as there's no blight there already. And so this growth adds vitality. I also have a power card here that adds vitality and can also add wilds. We have adding destroyed presence and gaining cards for this one. We have defend 2 per presence from all spirits, which is pretty strong defend. And we have 2 fear if invaders are present or adjacent, and remove invaders. So with less than or equal to the terror level. So this starts out with basically just explorers, but can advance to removing more things. So yeah, our innate powers also gather Dahan, invaders, and our other power revokes the sanctuary. So this gives them sanctuary, this revokes sanctuary. You just remove pieces, including potentially cities at the top threshold. So pretty strong. Yeah, and the art is cool. It's like sort of a face in the trees in a different way than Eyes Watch, right? Which is kind of interesting. And oh yeah, and the art on that specific power. Yeah, with the like dinosaurs and stuff. It's pretty cool. And I guess this is lure. Is this one? This is a spirit, right? Is that the Chompy Chomp from Horizons? And Mud from Horizons, I think. I think so. And lure and many mines, I think, up there. Yeah, got a bunch of different spirits hanging out. Lure, devouring many mines, and mud. Or, yeah, devouring teeth, right? Yeah. Like, it's a T-Rex. Alright, so, yeah, so I can't say, just like with every spirit preview, I'm not an expert at the spirit yet. So don't complain too much if I play poorly, but I've played a few times and have a decent grasp. So, my presence tracks have a pretty strong energy progression. I mean, pretty solid, like very similar to Earth, I think, except we get to 2-card plays one spot faster, which is pretty important. But it's pretty strong energy, pretty strong card plays. We always get to add presence, so we're always moving up in a similar way to Earth, just in different ways. And this replace presence with Incarna is here. That's one way to move your Incarna around. You might notice that there's no like moving your Incarna stuff. Unlike the other 2 spirits we have so far, they get to move their Incarna like with their powers and stuff, right? Or special rules. But this spirit doesn't. Its Incarna doesn't move easily. You have to use this growth, or you have to use an add presence reposition to do it, basically. And so, or maybe some other way that pushes presence or whatever. But, so yeah, those are things that we're going to look out for. So I'm going to just probably start with this one just to show the vitality tokens. So we're going to add a vitality, add our Incarna. There you go. A vitality token. Looks like that. And that doesn't have, we don't have sound effects in here yet, but they'll be in here probably next time we do a preview. So let's get a power card. Let's take a minor card to start with. We got, so the elements we're looking for are sun and plant, primarily, right? Both the powers have sun and plant. And then earth and moon are the other 2 side elements, depending on what you want to focus on. Yeah, new tokens. The only plant is here, the only suns are here, so not like super hits for us. But what do we like? So Twilight Fog is pretty good. It solves this land here for us with Strife. Oh, it doesn't solve it because of Habsburg. Habsburg's going to be Habsburging, so they're going to be gathering towns. And they're not building cities, but this land is going to be actually pretty problematic, huh? I wonder if there's anything we can do about that. I guess we can get presence in there and defend it. There's going to be 5 damage. That's probably what we want to do, is just defend it. I was thinking we could just strife here, but there's going to be 2 towns, so it's not actually going to solve it. And we're not likely to actually get to use Blooddraw's Predators. We're not destroying things, most likely. I think this is pretty fine. Let's take it. It has the sun and the moon, which is nice. And we can go for 2 energy or 2 card plays. Or we could move our Incarna by reposition, right? That's a thing you can do. But I don't... And then we could do that and put vitality down, but in that spot, that's a thing you can do. But I think getting presence on the board is better. And so... what do we want to do? We could put vitality here, and then they don't add blight. The Dahan suffer, but maybe we do that. Let's go in here so we can have a better chance at defending that next turn. And let's play this. And I think that. I could remove an explorer. In which case they... I'd have to get more energy to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Let them build. Let them build. It's an expensive card. It's strong, but that's it. Alright. Doesn't really matter. One of them's getting one of them's getting the other. In this case. And they come into my jungle. I'm happy to have them come in here. Like, the vitality is going to prevent the blight, and they're just going to hang out and have a lot of guys. If we can isolate it sometimes, then they don't even get to run away, right? So, all right. So I'm going to put a vitality here so we don't get blight, and I'm going to strife a town and push a Dahan so that at least only one Dahan gets killed there, right? Oh, I can gather the other Dahan. So I could gather Dahan in here because I am going to defend it. Is it better to do that or to save the Dahan's life? Maybe save the Dahan's life. Not like we're France. We don't have to worry about number of towns. Cool. So that's not going to blight. That's going to be fine. And we can defend this. So we could do the same thing, or we could replace presence. We want at least 2 presents in here. I might just do this because we are losing one of these vitalities. So let's get another power card. Ooh. Plant and Moon. But also Entrancing Apparitions stops 2 builds. So I'm clicking on that. And I'm going to go for a bit more energy, I think. And let's add vitality. If we get 3 tokens in one land, then we do empower the Incarna, which is pretty nice. It's not like amazing, but stopping builds is stopping builds, right? And we want to defend. So we didn't end up getting any innates, but that's okay. It's not super important to stop the build here, but they are still going to do their gather, but it makes it, you know, less. So that's 2 less towns on the map. There's not nothing. And we're going to defend here. On an inland land, replace 1 explorer with 1 town. Okay. I guess here. Town party. They don't ravage there, so we save the token. And we may push 1 from a land with Dahan. There's not really any need to do that. They're fine where they are. Alright, we are gathering towns. Take them out of the blighted land. And they explore the sands. Another good entrancing apparitions, but we have an invader there, so it doesn't really work. We have generated 0 fear. We're not a fear spirit. Not really. We have 1 card that generates 2 fear, that's it. So we could go straight ahead to add a vitality at your Incarna here and empower it. I think that's probably makes sense. since we've got it here, and maybe we come across something to save the Dahan here, or to defend this. Because right now, like, I don't really care about the blight. We are losing one Dahan in each place. Let's see. We got defend 4. We got defend 10. I like adding beasts though. And it has sun. Renewing Rain is pretty okay with the spirit. Veil the Night's Hunt is good too. But I think let's grab this defend. So even though this just saves the Dahan basically. So let's add a vitality. We're empowered. So empowered doesn't change it to Sacred Site or anything like that with the spirit. It's just stuff built. That's it. Doesn't do anything else. And what's our other play? Like, we're definitely Guardian Serpents right here. Do we want to do this and stop a build? Get a major power with this. Probably this, stop a build. So where do we want to put our presence? I think let's stop the build here because maybe this beast kills that guy. So I'm going to put a Sacred Site here, and then we have Sacred Site ranged everywhere. We're playing these two. Do we want sun or earth, basically? I think we want sun. We could put presents. Actually, putting presents in the place with Dahan might be better because we can play Guardian Serpents again next turn. So let's actually change that up. We'll probably do a reclaim, place at 0, and then Guardian Serpents. So Guardian Serpents go here, and let's see. So this one we can, yeah, we have to use it at our Incarna, and we can remove and explore from over here. So I'm wondering actually if we're defending 4, we can let them build here. So remove this guy then. The beast was going to kill him anyway. Zeranok says, wait a minute, I thought Earthquakes was next. No one said anything about what was next. We gave a list of phases, and it says the order is not set. It depends on development, so. Okay. So, we have Visions Out of Time event. We can lose an energy and replace our most expensive non-unique power card in hand or discard pile combined, which is something that costs 1. Or we can throw in an Omen token, which is going to go in E8. Honestly, that's fine. It has Vitality. If they Ravage, nothing happens. So I'm going to do that. We get an Omen. And there is damage per beast, but nothing happens. Oh yeah, I forgot. We don't have to defend that land because our Incarna is there. This is why we need visual effects. I didn't actually have to do anything. I mean, yeah, whatever. Like, the Dahan weren't gonna die, but in my mind, they were. So here we have me misplaying because I forgot how the spirit works. Oh, we got defend 2 over there. So we saved a token, vitality token, by defending here, but actually it didn't even matter. So turns out everything is fine. And we're gathering into this sand. Let's bring the striped guy. One day I will learn how to play the game. Fortunately, now they have 6 damage here because they explored coastal lands. That's unfortunate. We can gather more Dahan. I think we can gather one in here. Let's gather one in here because... So we had +1 range from our Incarnate. That's why that worked. This guy should kill him. We do have Entrancing Apparition, so we can... Or Entwine the Fates. We can defend this well enough. So I guess we just defend it. And then they still build because... reasons. Let's go 3-card plays. So... Guardian Serpents... Entwine the Fates, and then something free. Are we going to have 3 plant? No. What do we want? A plant gets us those innates, which is nice. Sure. Revoke Sanctuary and cast out. Okay. Getting more beasties. Gradual corruption. So the Invader discard has 2. We don't have any energy, so we can't protect anything. Adding Blight, we can actually click here and the Vitality stops it. So, in each land with disease, 1 damage to each invader and 1 damage to each Dahan. Sure. Add Dahan to one of its lands with, sorry, yeah, one of its lands with Dahan. Oh, cool. That's stop the city build here. Take that, Habsburg. We got our first fear card. Finally, on what? Turn 4? We're resolving it on turn 5? We got 2. And we get a Mountain Explorer and an Escalation because we don't have enough Blight. They can go in here with my Incarna. I have to add somewhere else. Okay, in there. It's not in the mountains. Alright, we can throw a Vitality maybe in here. And we don't have to worry about Cascades there. We can gather 1 Dahan, 1 Explorer. I think that lets us... We don't really have the defend for that again, unless we reclaim. I mean, it's honestly not a bad idea because it is a big Ravage. Just reclaim again. We also have this. 1 fear, remove 1 Explorer town. Well, that only works here, so... Let's do it. We could just reclaim right away and defend this. And entrancing apparitions there. Maybe we just do that. Kind of a silly turn, but you know what? It works. And this kills everything here, but having 1 less thing in the mountains is probably good. We're going to have defend 4 again. So we're just going to do this once again. I could actually just do the 1 defend because there's 7 damage. And I have 3 presence there now. So that's going to be fine. Pending the event, which means we can play something else. So yeah, intrinsic apparition, stop this build maybe. Or intrinsic apparition, defend here, I think, actually. So, and with blooming, we get more stuff. We still don't have destroyed presence, so this is less exciting. Okay, defend 2, defend 6. Immediately ravage in the land with the most invaders that matches a ravage card. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're going to do. It's here, right? Push up to 2 Dahan. These Dahan are already killing everything because it's going to ravage twice now, so I guess this Dahan can move. Maybe do something soon. Add a town. And ravage. Almost getting another fear card. Ooh, I could kill everything. I mean, they're all going to die anyway, but I could have damaged the town, and then we get to destroy it here, but whatever. It doesn't really change anything. Defend 3 in coastal lands. We don't even lose the vitality token. Move and explore. Sure. I guess you. Alright. So far, so good. Yes, come to my jungle. They can't even build there, so... we may as well allow him to go here because we can just remove him immediately. And the other guy can go here. We can actually gather a town. Yeah, we can leave the Dahan where they are. Bring the explorer and a town. And then revoke sanctuary on the towns. Bye. And I can add vitality and wilds if there's a land with no invaders, but there aren't. Every land has invaders. But I could put a vitality token here just in case. Probably be able to defend it. Yeah, could use Guardian Serpents there. Maybe we can do this. We want to move our Incarna. It's kind of fine where it is. It's pretty central. And it's doing the work. So it is Yume. So we can always restore destroyed presence that we used up from that. Yeah, like this is like the most big land that we could go and work on, but honestly, we don't need to. I'm gonna click here anyway. We're just gonna not do that. So let's get a power card. Is it still minors? I think it's still minors. And maybe we take a major with this. Ooh, this is our icons. Defend 4, push up to 4 blight. push up to 4 blight, 1 blight. This has all our icons. This is actually really great. Any blight adding powers are super good because the vitality token just goes away. I'm actually thinking about this. Even though this is great for our innates, with vitality, this is super strong. I'm going to click that. And let's add a presence. We do want to add presence here to have a sacred site there. Is it 4 card plays or try to get up to more energy? I think, yeah, let's get up to a bit more energy. Start checking majors. And I'm not going to replace presence with Incarnate. Guardian Serpents, Metamorphosis, and yeah, it's a pretty cool card. Yeah, this spirit can fuck around these blight adding powers a lot more than other spirits can. I do want to plant if I want that and this, so let's do it. Let's get a major power. We're gonna have +4 next turn, so. Okay. And if you're wondering what's happening with the Ravage with this vitality, 0 blight, and it's notes that we're gonna lose a vitality from that. So that's all in the preview. Add wilds to a land without invaders. There is no such land. Build a land with the most. I guess here. Destroy explorers, none. Simultaneous damage, sure. Add strife in a land not matching. Super matter where. And they don't build. Really good against England, the not building, but you can't have too much stuff there. Let's take this one to here because there's already 2 there. Yeah, and they pop into the wetlands. All right. The one land that I don't have vitality in that I want. We're adding bonus towns. It's the mountain spine. I guess they're both happening. Order. Alright, I think we want a metamorphosis here where the vitality is. We're level 2. We can destroy towns, remove towns with this now. Let's add a strike. And my damage didn't work because my Incarnate is there, but that's okay. But now there's a billion tokens there, so that's fun. Right now nothing's happening anyways because of the vitality, but we can also remove an explorer and then really nothing happens. Yeah, I think I want to gather out of here. I want there to be less happening in there. And let's just remove an explorer from here, then we don't have to worry about that Ravage at all. And add destroyed presence. We don't have destroyed presence. Get a major power. Nothing super exciting here. Inspire that release does have good elements, but the elements that it thresholds with are not ones that I have a lot of, I think. Well, I actually do, but not like all in the same cards, which makes it hard. Maybe we just take rumbling earthquakes and try to play it later. Like, not next turn, but the turn after. And let's forget something. Wondering what I want to do with my next turn. Do we want to worry about this? We could get our Incarna there and protect the Dahan and add a Vitality if we wanted to stop Blight. That is a thing we could do. At the cost of getting presence on the board, though. Because our defends don't work there. We don't have the range. I always try to look for another defend card, and if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Forgetting for this, though. Yeah, maybe we would forget this. Wondering if I reclaim. I think I want to get a card. Let's put more presence in here, then we can defend that next round. Next turn. Try to find a defend something. Now we can protect the 2 Dahan there. That seems fine. These other cards are good too. This is all like Fractured Days cards that they want. Gift of Constancy is good too. It has elements for this, but I think let's take this and save the Dahan, and they get to fight back. Let's charge up some energy for Rumbling Earthquakes. And I think we like just play this. I don't think we want to spend energy on this because we want to use Rumbling Earthquakes next turn, so. Protect. You protect, but you also attack. +3 damage, don't care. No disease. Oh, there was disease, but there's no damage. Hello, Kokomote. Yes, the roots are coming. Wow, we got a bunch of fear. Extra fear card. I like it. We don't have. Oh, we do have disease. We can remove all those invaders, or 1 explorer from inland land. I'm gonna remove this guy. Gather 1 into a land with town city, or gather into a land. Blah blah blah. Maybe we gather this town into here. I don't think there's anything where this, like, really does anything. Guess we could, yeah, we don't want to pull a guy out of there. We could pull a guy out of there into here, I guess. But then you end up with an explorer here, which is not really a big deal. Well, they're building a city. Is the 1 extra damage? They could explore into the Whitelands again, so I'm gonna pull this guy out just to 1 less in there if we do want to defend it. Oh, that was a lost condition blight because of the event. It made a cow sound. Nothing we could do about it though. Hang on. How much is it? 8. Okay. We can actually pull an explorer out so it's not a lost condition blight. That would be good. Yeah. Better to not have a lost condition blight than the things. Okay. How about you go there, you go there. Oh, there's 5 towns in there. 11 damage. We do have a bunch of defense for that. Sands Mountains. We just get together Dahan. There's no Dahan around for this, which is unfortunate because we would want that. And we want that Dahan there. So there's really nowhere we want to move the Dahan. Unfortunately. They are in a good place already. Alright. I don't know if we can afford to play 4 cards. We only have 1 free one. So let's take the element. Assuming we're playing Rumbling Earthquakes, which is my assumption. Let's see if it's a good assumption, though, because it might not be, actually. There's 11 damage here, and we only have defend 6. So maybe we do want to play 2 defend cards instead of Rumbling Earthquakes. So maybe we want to play 4 cards. Actually, we want to play 4 cards. And not Rumbling Earthquakes. Sadly enough. So this is where I would love to have a fast vitality. We're going to defend it. Because it is a lost condition. And we can defend 2 here. And next turn's going to be rough. But this land is sort of fine. We do have Radiant and Hallowed Grove. I can remove towns now. Actually, we could just remove this guy. We could remove him and stop this build. They're just going to gather towns in there anyway. Maybe we need to add a vitality probably here. We could gather a city if we had another plant. But we don't. I think this is good. We can gather some stuff into there. So, okay. Do that. Do that. Do that. Replace the Dahan with a town. We actually... Oh, that's annoying. But that's not adjacent to a city, right? Didn't do anything. Each piece does 2 damage. I kind of do want to stop a city build there. So we have a land with at least 2 Dahan and 2 buildings. There is no such land, actually. That's not going to do anything. Yeah, they can't deal damage in there. This does stop a city build, so we're going to lose some beasts here. Or, that stops an extra town. This one doesn't need to be lost, though. It doesn't really change anything, so... Strife to town or strife in a line with blight. I guess he was in this place. Mountain wetlands. Well, we can deal with some of these sands ravages. We can not gather Dahan, I think. Bring you. And you. I think this needs to go in here. We could do it here and get wilds, but we don't really have anything to solve that. And we want a rumbling earthquakes. Yeah, so we do that. And here we can some guys. All right. So far, so good. So, we want more energy. We have some energy. I would love to be able to do Radiant Heligrove and Rumbling Earthquakes. Thresholding this doesn't seem likely, right? Or possible. It's not even possible. If we get a free Earth card, it's possible. But that's like, I don't even think we need it. We're going to be using it like here or here and blowing up as much as we can. It only hits, it doesn't hit explorers, right? So this ravage is stopped. This ravage kills some Dahan, but otherwise it's stopped. We could protect the Dahan, so let's see what we get. I think we want to do this. And maybe replace our Incarnate. Let's see what we get for the minor power. I think we want a minor power that we can... Ooh. This is good. Free card with Earth, and it also stops... It protects the Dahan there, so... I'm into it. And we want to move... I think we want to move our Incarna... I don't necessarily want to stop them building... because I want to blow up the buildings. But I wonder if I put my Incarna here so I can just start like getting rid of these guys with the remove. And it stops them building a bunch of towns there. So yeah, I think I like that. So Incarna's going to go over there, and we're going to add a presence somewhere else. Maybe just here. Carapace Land, Rumbling Earthquakes, Metamorphosis. That gets us Threshold on Earthquakes. And we can do this if we wanted to start chipping down towns more, or we can, yeah, we can already defend this. We don't need to worry about Bird's Cry Warning. So Bird's Cry Warning we could use here, because right now, yeah, I was thinking of Hallowed Grove to remove this town for the Ravage, but now we're not there. We could put our Incarna somewhere else. But what if we just protect those Dahan? Is that okay? This actually gets us to remove an invader. Problem is there's no one there. Or there was no one in this jungle where we were before. I think we do protect the Dahan. We still get to remove 2 towns out of there, and they don't build more towns, so we're reducing it. All right, defend 6, so we get 1 blight over there, but the Daham don't die. Maybe we get a fear card or event defend or whatever. So I think that's okay. Build in land with invaders not matching a build card. Push 1 town per 2 Dahan. So that takes care of that. Assuming we don't click on that. We can click here and the disease stops it. And they're skipping the ravage here now. So our vitality is preserved. And here we can stop the blight by sending this in here, I guess. I'm gonna kill the explorers because the earthquakes are gonna kill the town. And more stuff. That's like more things for us to kill. When there's no town together here. So it's like literally these 2 lands that are getting hit by the earthquake. We probably didn't even need to threshold it. I think we did not need to threshold it. Is there a metamorphosis? That's good. And if we're going to use it, we'll probably use it here. Does this say among target adjacent lands? Okay. But I don't have to use the Badlands damage now because I could use it in the threshold. That's a thing. We fixed some issues with this card and other cards and Badlands and damage boosts and stuff. Oh, we're winning the game, by the way. Because we killed the cities and there's none left. GG. By the way, we won. But we were also well on the way. What if you just won? Roots is your favorite spirit, little green freak. Awesome. Well, there's your first look at Towering Roots and the first victory. So, good stuff. Rooting for me. Ho, ho, ho. Alright, let's go for a new game with 2 spirits. And we make one of them roots and one of them random. And random adversary. We got Travel, River, and Spreading Hostility Keeper. And Scotland. Alright. We have more stuff that could be previewed, but we're going to save that. We're going to save that. So let's give Towering Roots. Who do you think, chat, who should be the partner of Towering Roots? Should it be Travel River or Hostility Keeper? Who do you want to stay? Who goes with Roots? River stays. Alright. I think River, yeah, the Dahan movement is going to be pretty good. Okay, let's do this. Level 3 Scotland seems good. Not too crazy. And keep our cool background. Alright, they explore in the sands. So Scotland 3 is in effect. If there's more than 4 coastlines with cities, the invaders win. Is there escalation? They add towns instead of cities in setup in coastal lands, and More setup, and then yeah, we have the adjacency builds on coastal lands. So, like here, if we remove that guy, they still built, for example. We can't just like say, haha, we take you out. We would need to isolate it or something like that. So, now we have a partner. We can target another spirit with this boon. Boon of puppies. And we can also target any spirit with this. So, let's go with River. River likes to wash things away and so on. So, we can just send stuff down to the coast and blow it up there, probably. Yeah, after growth, we choose Dahan. We can move them around, and we get sacred sites in lands with 4 or more Dahan. And they have defend 1, but we don't get automatic sacred sites in the wetlands anymore. And we still do need a sacred site for this. So, we only get to move 2 Dahan, right? Yeah. So we want to get into lands with Dahan. So let's do... I might just flash flood that guy. We can wash away him and... Oh, I don't think we can... We can wash away him and innate the other guy. So... Sorry. Flash flood this guy and innate power the other guy. So let's do that. We do need a sacred site for our innate, so I'm just going to make a sacred site right here because we won't... Oh, actually, you know what? We will have enough Dahan because we'll use River's Bounty, so... So, in honor of that, let's move Dahan away from here because we're going to kill this guy anyway. Flash Blood, River's Bounty. Okay. We'll give Boon a bigger over next turn, which will be really nice for Towering Roots to have more energy. So that's going to sort this land and this land. What about you? I guess we'd gain a power card. We want to replace... I don't know, like, what are the openings for the spirit that people like to play, so I'm just usually been doing this, but I'm sure there's something to be said for, like, moving your Incarna right away or getting it set up in certain places. But right now, I'm going to click here again because I don't know any better. Oh, we got some good cards. Carapace Land is very good. We can already, like, we can already see all these lands with it with our Incarna. It's free, defend like 6 most of the time. Gift of Living Energy is also really good. Take Carapace Land though, I think, because we're pretty good at getting Dahan where we need them as well. So maybe let's... Yeah, we can, if we put presence in a place. Third growth because of the extra energy. Yeah, you don't, yeah, that's true. It's almost the same, but you get energy, you just don't get to add the vitality. So that's fair. We're going to play these 2 cards next turn, I think, for the defend. And so this turn, I don't really have anything I'm super excited to play. I'm just going to get into a land. Let's just take energy then, because we're not going to do a lot. Let's click here. Just save our energy. River's the one who's the big spender this turn. And they come into the jungle. All right, so we could add a vitality somewhere. We want to do this first. Give me Dahan. I want to leave those Dahan there for counterattacks. We could add a wilds instead, but I think having vitalities. Maybe we just do this to get our thing powered up because it's already. We're already going to be using vitality there, and let's gather a Dahan here so that we can get the counterattack. Alright, I mean, we may as well just empower right now, right? Since we're all set for that. Encompassing ward. Interesting. Quicken, we don't super need that. It might be helpful later, but the elements are better than the other cards, though. So I think I'd probably click on it because of that. So Encompassing Ward is actually pretty good. I'm pretty good at spreading out my presence for both of these spirits. So that's something to consider. They're building a city here and here. It's kind of awkward. And we can't do anything about it. We can take that, and we can try to destroy that city next turn by doing this. By getting a sacred site there. So now we can pop our Incarna on the coast and stop city builds. So that's pretty useful, right? Alright, we're defending this and these two lands, basically. That is what is going on. And you're probably... we could do this. Maybe we get something to stop one of these city builds. I guess we could reclaim and play Flash Floods, but they're still going to build a town, so it's not that great. Let's do this. We can immediately push the city they build away. Not a bad idea. Of course, there's always the legendary steam vents. Add a presence at range 2. This is just gonna blight, right? That's fine. Let it be. Where do I put my presence, and what do I do with it? It doesn't change any of my numbers, but we probably go up card place. Probably want access to more Dahan. Let's go. You can leave that defend 1 there. It's not a bad idea. But I don't think we move to Han right now. But we want Confounding Mists and in Boon of Vigor we could grab a major next turn. We still probably push something with Massive Flooding. So we can actually push this guy here and not have to worry about the Ravage if we want next turn. So option. You have 2 energy. We're gonna go major time. Start going up top track and major it up. Alright. got all the defense down. Explore card matches all lands. That's annoying with Scotland. They're gonna put towns everywhere. Choose a land with disease. Sure. I don't know that we're gonna be able to take advantage of that, but that's fun. We all get to reclaim. Interesting. I think it's River's Bounty. Just gonna explore a town into there now, but at least it's a fear, right? You go in there. Oh my gosh. So instead of exploring sands, they explore everywhere. Everywhere without buildings, which is basically everywhere. Alright, I think it still makes sense to massive flooding that guy away. We're gonna make a sacred site here for quicken their struggles. And those Dahan will get to fight back. We have a city build happening here, but there's not really any good way for us to deal with it. I guess we get a major, right? So we click here, and we get a major to play along with Quicken. That's really good. I think that's the plan. We can forget nothing. Exaltation. We can actually do that. We have a lot. Well, we have Unearth a Beast, which goes with this. We have, and we're gonna get another Earth. We're actually gonna threshold this. No, we're short one animal. That's hilarious. We want that. We could put it on like this, these coastal lands, right? We could put it on here and do 12 damage. That seems awesome. There are other cards there, but whatever. I feel like that's what we want. Forget a card. I think I want to keep Therapist Land. The elements are good for this. Want a defend card? I don't want to forget anything though. What if I don't forget anything and I just keep that card? Maybe Resilient Power? Sorry, Resilient Power. Alright. I'm gonna add a presence here. And I may replace... But do I want to? I guess we can stop the city build, right? By replacing... Do it. Oh, it means... I can still... It means I don't reach here with Unearth the Beast. I guess I wasn't reaching there anyways. I was only reaching there. So I can get this one, but I couldn't get that. It's still pretty good to Unearth the Beast here, and we can try to get that one soon enough. More coastal cities getting smashed is good. Okay, what are we doing? We can wash away massive flooding, the stuff they build. That's just blight. That's fine. Probably it's add 2 presents, right? Add 2 presents because we get reclaim 1. We could even flash floods if we wanted to. I don't think we want to. I'm wondering if we had put our Incarna here, then we could unearth the beast there. It's so nice to build more cities. I think we can do that, right? Because we can flash floods this, and they don't build a city there. Yeah, so I still actually want to add a presence there because I need a sacred site. So what if instead we do this? This is still a sacred site, but it has +1 range because my Incarna's there. It means that the Dahan don't work. So it's the same number of cities getting killed, so why bother? Okay, let's just do what we did. Our plan was fine. And we are almost, like, we're literally short 1 animal here. Maybe you get an element you can give. I think it's better to add 2 presents here. So we could do confounding mists, but it's not doing anything. I guess we could confounding mists. No, they're not building there now, so yeah. Maybe wash away here, because let's wash away all the stuff here into there. I don't know. I'm gonna do just try to get my river everywhere. So I play these 2. Yeah, massive flooding is doing damage as well if I play something, so. I think I just give energy. Like, I think we don't need the flash floods, and we can give more energy to play this more often, so. And move to Han. Maybe, like, try to consolidate them a little bit. Get a sacred site down this way. Alright, we can unearth. I think here is probably the best spot we've got going. More energy. +1 health for explorers. Sure. Beast generate fear. Add Dahan to an inland land with Dahan. You don't say. What if I had a sacred site? Oh no, a blight. Yay, vitality. Click a land to add a town. We're going into mountains. I don't love adding coastal towns, but better than adding it there. Yes, put more stuff here, please. A beast of wrathful stone has been unearthed. Just a regular one. Not a marked beast. I'm gonna put you here and kill this town. Oh, it can't do damage there. That is a thing. Well, you can kill him. There's gonna be a little visual effect on things to remind you that damage can't be dealt there, so don't worry. You won't screw it up all the time like me. I mean, you still will, but not as much. Probably. Alright. So, we can wash away. We can massive flooding. And we're gonna have defend 4, right? So keep the defend for this because we have a bunch of Dahan there. We also have a bunch of Dahan here. We have both, but well, we can only use massive flooding in certain places, so fair enough. Let's do this. So we're gonna want to unearth the beast here, right? We're gonna want to get a sacred site close enough to do that there. The following turn, I think. So this is the defend, then it means this is wash away. Let's put you all in here. Stay away from the coast. And River's Bounty, I was gonna put it here and make a sacred site, but then the event did it for me, so maybe we do it here. You can always move the Dahan back. Come on. Alright, we do have... I could have stopped some builds, I guess, with wash away and stuff. Maybe that's better. Oh, they're going to build there regardless, right? They're not going to build here. Yeah, we have enough tools to build a town, like whatever. Let's reclaim and get... Ooh, we have 5 energy. We have 5 energy. We really only want to play Confounding Mists, but we don't have a lot of cards to forget, so let's take a minor just now. Also defend 4 again, with great elements. And like calls to like. I like calls to like, you know? Fast Dahan pushing. You can take like calls to like. We want to defend here, and that's pretty much it, and the rest is just like pushing around towns and doing stuff. That's probably fine. We don't get... Well, Confending Miss is screwing up our innates, but we do want that defend, I guess. You want to do this next turn so we can reach here. I think being here is great. So let's get into this land. Yeah, let's do this, add a vitality, and they don't blight here. Take a minor. We also get to remove an explorer. Probably. Yeah. Or we could defend 4. This card we didn't pick last time. Actually, the Joint Hunt seems awesome for River though, right? 1 damage per Dahan with like getting millions of Dahan everywhere all the time. This Dahan won't get damaged, so let's grab that. And we want to put presents, I think, in here. So we have access to all these lands around. More energy. And we don't really have to play this. It doesn't really do a whole lot. We just pop a vitality there if we want. We don't get this. We would get remove 1, but they're not doing anything. Alright, we want Dahan in a land where we can blow things up now. Maybe we want River's Bounty instead, and we like pile stuff in here. Or here, I guess there's already Dahan there, but there's no guys there right now, so I think putting the Dahan in here is a good idea. I mean, we can gather 1 Dahan, so we can do 4 damage. Plus, like, stop stuff going on. Stop that. So I think that's good. This is gonna keep paying dividends for a while. Alright. They do not ravage in lands unless there are more invaders. Well, there are. 1 damage per beast. Each land push 1 Dahan per whatever. We don't have those. Also defend more. Also defend more. That we don't need. Guess it saves us a token here. Why we're asking the order here. We go back into the mountains. Kind of awkward. It means that my like calls to like doesn't work. I think it still works if we use this. So, this is annoying. Hello, Spacehawk. You're way behind the stream. Well, we are showing off Towering Roots. You can check out the solo game on the replay. This is just a blight, right? It is. Oh, can we? We can't reach there to add vitality. It's. I mean, we could wash away 3 towns, but the city's there. What you gonna do about the city? Nothing. So I guess it's better than what if I push them all in here? I mean, there's already enough damage for that Unearth the Beast to happen there. So let's go in here where we have our Pact of the Joint Hunt happening. Bring more Dahan. I can't reach there for that. But we can bring a Dahan, another Dahan, and do 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we can, yeah, we can push this one guy. that's solved. This needs a defend or some. It doesn't need, but you know, might be nice. We can add a vitality here and probably defend that with our Carapace land, right? Carapace land, defend 6. Yeah, that's fine. Or like, freaking. But we actually need the Sacred Site here, so it's not Quicken. It's, oh, yeah, it's not Quicken. Carapace land, I guess. So have vitality there. And range 0 Sacred Site. It's actually only here. Huh. Just pull you for one less thing to be there because they're continuing to go there. Usually you have a Sacred Site with your Incarna, but at this moment I don't actually. Yeah, we could grab our Confounding Mist to defend that. We can get up to 5 card plays, but we can't. We don't have 5. Like we only have 4. But we have actually our full-on Massive Flooding available. We're going to do Reclaim, right? Yeah, let's do that. Reclaim, Energy Track. This is gonna murder literally everything there. 12 damage. And Carapace land for here. Pretty good. It's pretty good. So we could Flash Floods here and finish off the city. In the slow phase, and maybe the beast does a damage to the event, so there's a chance that like they don't like there, so I think that's worth the chance. So I guess it's wash away, right? So that we get our Fulminate and we can wipe this land. We could do gain a power card, but I think I want to be getting more presence on the board. Let's get a presence in here. And maybe in here. 5 plays. We have so much energy, I think, like... Why do we have so much energy? We've been getting energy from... I guess because we went up to +2 right away, right? That's probably why. And we've been playing cheap cards, so... We have Dahan. We need to move any Dahan. Maybe these guys could go somewhere. There's not really anywhere they need to go. Maybe here. Okay, let's put them there. They might remove the blight. They might deal damage. Okay. This is gonna go up unless the event causes a build or ravage there. And murder, and I hope they pick wetlands. Because then they're also gonna get killed here. Flash Floods in here because we can push the beast into there and finish it off. Or as mentioned, maybe the... keep giving you energy. Maybe the event does it. No. Add Blight to land with city, town city. And this came up last game. 3 energy. We can definitely afford to do this. Even on both boards if we wanted to. But we can probably just choose a land with vitality and not care. Over here, it's less awesome, so I think we Pay energy. You can pay energy. You're rich. In each land with disease. Oh, hey. Yeah, this happened last time, and we get to add the Han. It's great. This stops the build. I think we're winning. I don't know what you think, but it seems like we're winning. We're gonna be killing all the cities in a second. Coastal lands. Yeah, go there. Definitely go there. Then here. Put a town there. And a town there. And explore here. Kill everything. Some people say this card is bad, and some people say it's too good. There's a debate. The damage is so high. 12 damage for 5 is a lot. It is tricky to use, right? But pretty good. I like it. Where, chat, are you on? Do you think Unearth the Beast is too strong or too weak? What's your vibe? I think it's very strong. So I can wash away this guy in here and kill everything. It's probably good. Or these guys. This is just one town, right? We can just flash flood it next turn. So let's wash away these guys into the kill zone. Bye-bye. So we still have a city hanging out back here. But we have 3 fear cards. We can... Let's reverse bounty here, and then we can use Pack the Joint Hunt to just empty out this land. So we need 6 damage, so we need 6 to Han, totally, which is fine. This makes it 6. And if they're around, I can move them around really easily, so. Now Major? Yeah, 7 energy and nothing to do with it, except maybe we can just pent up Calamity that guy now, so. 2 damage per to Han. It's too easy. It's too easy. We can also, yeah, I think we take Vigor and we can blow up all the things. We don't really need Confounding Mists anymore because everything is dying. Draw a bunch of game-winning cards. Yeah, like there were also other game-winning cards there, so. I have Threshold too. Not like there's anywhere adjacent that has anyone alive, but let's take it. And I don't know. Add more energy, friend. Are you playing 3 now? No, you're probably still getting energy. We have a little wee Ravage here. I could actually just remove the town. That's kind of fun. I think I will do that. I don't need the energy. I could take a different major. Just keep reclaiming also. And doing the thing. That's also fun. What if I just reclaim and do the thing? Claim and do the thing. Range 0. Make this a sacred site, right? We do it here? I don't know. That's fine. We could do it here, because they're actually... But it doesn't work, because I can't do damage there. We're just stomping them a lot. Oh, I was going to do Pact of the Joint Hunt. I can just do Bigger the Breaking Dawn there next turn. I get to play another card. What if I just kill everything there as well? Okay. And... does moving to Han do anything? Not really. They're all where I want them to be. Somehow, we're winning. I hit the... No, we're not near the terror level. I could hit this instead. Alright, this board just has guys in the back corner. This board is almost empty as well. I get a super fear card. Add strike line with... Okay. Doesn't actually... there. But hey, we killed all of them with the fear card. An empty board. On each board and land with things. There's no such lands. Most Dahan push half the Dahan. What if you died? I don't know. I'm just pushing around. I'm just clicking. Game's over. Choose a different land to isolate. Spend 2 in these lands. Don't care about their ravage. Accept their ravage. Gather up to 3 into a land with 2 or more. Oh, that means I can gather them into here, or, yes, you're allowed. Come here. Get killed by the thing. No build. Oh, they do get a town. Oh, here. Is it... the single board with the most coastal buildings. Right, because there are none. So this board can add. The build is finished, right? I'm gonna add here. And here. I don't know. We're getting more towns, so we don't win just yet, but time for Beast Party. Actually don't have a sacred site to use massive flooding over here, do we? So we can River's Bounty to make a sacred site here, though. I think I kill you. And we wash away all of you. We end up with just 1. One town left. Flash Flood GG. Yes. Or any number of things. Flash Floods. Add presents. The Last Invader. Just don't put your Incarna there, or it won't work. Okay. GG. Alright, that has been a preview of the Towering Roots of the Jungle. No special visuals yet, but there will be special visuals and sound effects and so on. So watch out for those. They may or may not make it into previews before we ship, but they're gonna have fancy stuff. Pretty good game. Pretty good control, defense, offense all mixed together there. So that was a good game. And yeah, we've got more stuff coming up in the next Nature Incarnate update. As you've seen a little bit before, some more aspects. There is a river aspect that is coming, Haven, and the mentor aspect for shifting memory, which we haven't seen yet on stream, and regrowth for rampant green. So stuff coming up. We'll do some aspects maybe next week. I think that's going to do it for today for the stream. Seen lots of Towering Roots, and we'll see you next time for more previews. Thanks for tuning in. Have a nice day.